Today, I'd like to ask for your thoughts about this book, al-Qira'at al-Ashr, which means the 10 readings. So, what are these 10 readings of the Arabic Quran? Why are there 10 readings? How much do they differ from one to the next? Many of us have been told that the primary miracle of the Quran is its perfect preservation throughout the centuries, that not a single alif has been changed. That's a widespread belief, but it's not true. In this very book, we see alifs that have been changed, and we see other differences too. So let's take a look. This is published by Dar al-Ma'rifah, which means House of Knowledge. I purchased this book online. Here on the first page, we see that this is a Meshaf at-Tajweed, which means that this Quran is specifically for quality recitation. Next it says, وَبِهَامِشْهُ الْقِرَاءَاتِ الْعَشْرِ, which means, and in its margins, the 10 readings. On the next page, the book lays out the 4 different kinds of variants among the 10 official canonical Arabic Qurans. Differences in the rasm, or the original consonantal texts, differences in tashkil, or form, differences in the tanqit, the dots added later to distinguish similar letters, and finally differences in tajweed, which are the differences in style of recitation. Now, here is where I find this book starts to get interesting. The title of this table is اللائمة القراءة العشرة والروى المشهورون عنهم, which translates as the list of the 10 readings and the most famous narrators on them. The first column is al-Imam al-Qara, with the first name on the list being Imam Nafi'. The second column is Ashhur al-Ruwa, which means most famous narrators. And after Imam Nafi', we see Qalun and Warsh, 2 versions of the Arabic Quran you can easily purchase online. The third column lists their full names. The fourth lists the year they were born, using the Hijri system. The fifth lists the year they died, and in the final column are notes on each one. So here we have not just 10 imams reciting 10 different official canonical Arabic Qurans, but we also have 2 narrators for each one. 10 readings plus 20 narrations, that makes 30 different official canonical Arabic Qurans. On the following page, the actual Quran begins, opening up to al-Fatiha. We see notes in the margins listing differences. One of the most well-known variants is listed here as number 4. Note the dagger alif in Maliki appears in brown. We find the explanation in the margin. Some reciters include the dagger alif, some don't. Islamic scholars point out that both are correct, including the alif calls Allah the King of Yawm ad-Din, or the King of the Last Day, while leaving the alif out makes Allah the owner of the last day. A Muslim wouldn't argue with either one of these claims, but we have to admit that this variant undermines the popular belief that not one single alif has been changed. Moving down to the bottom of the page, we see a table spanning the 2 pages. This same table appears throughout the Quran. It has 3 rows. The first row is marked al-Qira'ah, or the reading. As we saw on the previous page, the first name is Imam Nafi'. The second row is entitled Ar-Ruwa, and, as before, under Imam Nafi', we see his 2 most famous narrators, Qalun and Warsh. But then we come to a third row entitled Tariq, which means path or way. Under the narrator Qalun, we see 2 names, and under Warsh, we see 2 more names. In fact, almost every Rawi has 2 Tariqs, but in some cases there are 4. The table lists a total of 50 Tariqs. So, we have 10 readings, plus 20 narrations, that equals 30, plus 50 Tariqs, that makes 80 official, canonical Arabic Qurans. How many of you knew that there were 80 official Arabic Qurans? Let me know in the comments section whether you already knew that or not. And how does that comport with the claim that the Quran has been perfectly preserved over the centuries, where not a single alif has been changed? Explain that one too, if you don't mind. We'll look over some of the differences in those Arabic Qurans in a separate video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you.